You ever catch a brand that looks like it is just ever trying to catch up? Maybe you're the one that's cringing in your seat right now, feeling like that's your brand. And if it is, know that you are not alone. So many people I work with started off because they had a great idea and they really needed to get it off the ground like yesterday. But at some point, they really start taking a look at their business and realizing that if they're ever going to take that brand to the next level, then they're going to have to make some changes. I'm Latricia Morris, brand revivalist and owner of Oxen Iron. And today we're talking about the top branding mistakes that beginners make so you can avoid them. Solid branding is an essential aspect of any successful business. It's a concept that beginners often overlook, misunderstand, or find overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Branding is more than just your logo, your color schemes and fonts. It goes into your messaging, your positioning, and so many other facets that are important for building a solid, long-lasting, and memorable brand. So let's take a dive into some of the mistakes that a lot of people make. Mistake number one would be overemphasizing the logo. Yes, a logo is important, but it's just one piece of the branding puzzle. A common mistake is pouring all of your energy into that logo while neglecting crucial elements like the messaging, the tone, and the overall brand identity. So I'm going to say focus on developing a comprehensive brand identity that encapsulates your values, your message, aesthetics, and provides a consistent, cohesive brand experience. After these elements have been brought into place, that's when we're going to start to explore logo concepts that really resonate with what you've already crafted. Number two, a lot of people skimp a little too much on the research. I know it's not the sexy part that we are just all excited about getting into when we're talking about starting a business, but going in and looking at the data, doing the deep dive into the research is so important for getting things set up and launched for success. That data is crucial to understand your positioning and how you can leverage that to your highest level of success. So the solution for that is going to be to conduct thorough research, make solid, educated decisions, and tailor your brand strategy so that you're ensuring that your brand resonates with your audience and helps you stand out from your competition. Mistake number three is trying to be for everybody. I don't care how awesome you are, I'm sure you are wonderful, but that does not mean that your product or service is for everyone. It is easy to fear shutting people out when we know that we need the sales. To be sure, some businesses can afford more generalization where they cater to a very diverse patronage, but that doesn't mean that they are really for everybody. Even brands like Walmart, Five Below, Dollar Store, they still speak clearly to a certain portion of the population while being totally off-putting to other segments of the market. They know that and understand it full well. They're okay with it because it best supports their business model where they've opted to run with emphasizing volume as a key driver for their bottom line. Now, that being noted, if all businesses opted for that model, it becomes nothing but a race to the bottom, and that's not something that most of us can afford to do. You need to stand out to the right people. Understand that that inevitably means that some of your messaging is going to turn people away, but it is going to be critical for your long-term success as it better positions you to make deeper connections with a more loyal following. Mistake number four is neglecting your brand personality. People have this desire to want to be too upright, too proper, too perfect in front of everyone, and they forget that they are human, or they forget that human side of the branding. Your brand's personality is what makes it unique and relatable. A common mistake is being bland and inconsistent. I'm telling you, don't suck. Don't bore your people to death and expect that they're just going to be so excited to hear about your latest release. It's not going to work that way. Define and embrace a distinct brand personality using a consistent tone, language, and style in all your communications to distinguish your brand from your competitors. Number five, I would say, would be failing to engage with your audience. Branding isn't a one-way street. It's not just throwing stuff out there, messages out there, wonderful quotes, and hoping that people catch on and follow. It's about building relationships with your audience. Many beginners overlook the importance of this. There's a saying like, if you build it, they will come. No, if you build it, they will ignore every lame sales pitch, a monologue dropped in their feed until you give them a reason to care. People often think that their thing is for everybody, and because it's for everybody, why on earth would people not be rushing just to buy the dang thing? That common vision of a new launchee involves the site going live and sales slamming through the door. But unfortunately, this is seldom the case. Those dream launches are about way more than a product or service. When you see those, understand that they are the result of careful planning, solid research, impeccable branding, and a well-done pre-launch sequence that primed their market for that release. So don't fall into the pitfall of thinking that you're just going to release it and people are going to come running. Make it a point to actively engage with your audience through mixed channels, social media, email, other platforms. Listen to their feedback and foster a sense of community around your brand, turning your customers into die-hard advocates. So let's wrap this thing up. Branding is a dynamic and ongoing process that plays a crucial role in the success of your business. By avoiding these common mistakes, you can lay a solid foundation for a strong and memorable brand. Remember that effective branding isn't just logos and fancy pants fonts. It's about creating a cohesive identity that resonates with your audience and sets you apart in the marketplace. So keep these things in mind, and I promise you will be well on your way to building a brand that truly reflects the essence of your business, that really supports the mission and vision that you have for what you set out to do. I hope you guys have found this helpful. If you have, make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, give me all that wonderful social action, share it with somebody that could stand to benefit from it, and make sure you keep an eye out as we have a lot more content coming your way. Until next time, take care. God bless. Bye.